Now, the last thing we will go over is the machine and a little bit about the file or sizing. Now, at no point do you ever really want to do anything bigger than what you can fit in a 10. And the reason for that is the bigger it is, the more chance you're going to have that propagated puckering throughout. And you definitely don't want to do anything really heavy or really massive. Light text, and maybe sometimes some other things. Avoid fills. It's just more chance, more opportunity for it to push and pull. Now, and you always want to make sure that you're using the absolute smallest tube you can possibly use, because the greater the surface area, the greater the chances for that movement. Now, one thing you got to actually do for the machine settings is make sure you test your bobbins. Make sure you have your tension set just right. So use your tension test. Don't do the drop test that a lot of people do, because what happens is you end up getting your bobbin tension way too high. Last time I tried looked at somebody else's machine, when they did that, they had it way off the scale. And the reason for that is, as your bobbin pulls up, you didn't see that. As your bobbin actually pulls out, the top tension has to be can equal the has to equal the pull force necessary to pull this out. Well, if your top tension is set so high to balance out how tight you have this, what's going to happen is, if we go back to the paper I have here, where we have the thread going through, that thread is going to be pulling so hard that you're going to actually end up, instead of pulling against the fabric there, it's going to be straight, a straight line, creating an even tighter, even more, what's the word? More puckered result. So make sure your tensions are checked. You also want to run it somewhere between 650 and 750. If you run it any higher, what's going to happen is there's just more opportunity for movement or vibration that can affect the fabric. Anything lower than 650, and you're probably not running a really efficient, really nice quality stitch. It actually looks and makes a better stitch when you're running it above 600, give or take. Now, what else? I think that's it for this. Let's just do a run test and see where it goes.